So what we're going to do is we're going to jump right on in there and just say that Floyd Mayweather versus Andre Berto has been officially announced by Floyd Mayweather on Instagram and Shots. I don't know if he did it on Shots, but here's the crazy part. It's on pay-per-view. I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live with RealCombatMedia.com, and I cover every single major fight live. Now, this is a complete curveball. As it stands right now, August the 4th, 2015, it is 39 days now left until officially announced Floyd Mayweather versus Andre Berto. So a lot of fans were thinking, well, okay, of course it's going to be on free TV, because how are they going to properly promote and sell a pay-per-view to sell Andre Berto to the fans, as far as fans know the history of Andre Berto. Now, in my opinion, if the fight was on free television, then it would have made a lot more sense for Floyd to pick an opponent like Andre Berto. Why? Is because it's a showcase fight, a showcase to the world of Floyd Mayweather for free. But word on the curb is that Floyd Mayweather was not keen on the idea of ending his pay-per-view streak by fighting on CBS. Another rumor is Showtime has been aggressively pursuing a contract extension with Floyd Mayweather, and with that, I guess Floyd Mayweather is using it as a bargaining chip to as an, okay, well, if I sign back with you guys, then you got to make this Andre Berto fight on pay-per-view. I don't know, but the part that's bothering me is there are so many more people much more deserving than Andre Berto. And there's no disrespect to Andre Berto as a fighter, but it's like, are we going to forget about those Soto Carras problems, those Victor Ortiz problems, those Robert Guerrero problems? 2 of the 3 went on to fight Floyd Mayweather, for crying out loud. Andre Berto wins a somewhat controversial stoppage against Jose Zito Lopez. He's the WBA interim champion, but then the person above him, the WBA world champion, and Keith Thurman, is not getting a shot. So, like I said, if the fight was on free TV, I could say, okay, all right. But the fact that the fight is on pay-per-view and it's being sold to us, and we know, we'll put it this way, I have to buy the fight regardless. Now, as you know, T-Street Controversy Live, along with Real Combat Media, is going to be providing full coverage for Mayweather versus Berto. Let's just get that straight. It's a different time, it's a different age, it's a different day. We're doing things differently. So, me, I'm not going to be at the fight. Maybe I will. I don't think so. Maybe I will. I don't think so. I'm thinking about it. But I will be there during fight week. So I'm going to be paying for Mayweather versus Berto. Now, what I'm wondering is, are they going to try to do the $75.99 on us? We know Mayweather Pacquiao was $100. They got my $100. Or are they going to do the $54.99? You know, I mean, come on. I mean, pay-per-view, come on. I don't know if they have expectations on buys. Mayweather's going to get his, what, $32 million regardless. So I don't know if they're expecting to make money off of this. After all, they made a shitload of money off of Mayweather Pacquiao. So I'm wondering, how does Showtime feel about this? Because a lot of fans were willing to, starting to accept the fact that it was a fight that we were going to be seeing for free. Now, we don't know officially yet if it's going to be pay-per-view. Why? Is because on what Floyd Mayweather released, it says Showtime pay-per-view, but then you see the CBS. So of course they're going to do Showtime pay-per-view. I'm guessing they're going to do Showtime pay-per-view, and then the week after they're going to play it on CBS. But still, it's just like, it's Andre Berto, and now you got Andre Berto who's slowly starting to gain a lot of fans, because Floyd Mayweather is already pissed off so many people to the point where people are like, I hope a guy like Andre Berto beats him. Not me. I'm just saying that that's what I'm starting to see happen. Now, here's another scenario. A lot of people, or a lot of speculation, is that Floyd Mayweather is taking what is a somewhat called an easy fight against Andre Berto to prepare for a rematch, or maybe just to take a bit of a break in competition-wise to prepare for Mayweather versus Pacquiao 2 in May. There's so many different things, but yet right now I can't wrap my head around why are they making this fight pay-per-view, outside of the fact that maybe Floyd Mayweather said, okay, if y'all want me to sign back with y'all, you're not going to end my pay-per-view streak with me fighting on CBS. The Floyd Mayweather is that type of guy, you know, to whereas in he may take fighting on free TV as a sign of disrespect, but on the business end, PBC and Showtime may have been looking at Showtime CBS may have been looking at it like, well, we may not be able to make a good amount of money off of Mayweather fighting Berto on pay-per-view, but put it on free TV, we can at least get to 5 million to 8 million households as far as exposure for PBC on CBS, if you get what I'm saying, if you're looking at the business end of things. So, you know, I just find it just bad business, and I understand he's a super millionaire, I was going to say billionaire, not yet, but I understand, you know, that he does things his way, but I just feel it is totally unprofessional to, you know, announce a fight like this, you know, of this low of magnitude, you know, 39 days before, you know, and we know him and Andre Berto have been in training camps, and now it just comes to me asking a question of like, why not Kell Brook? You know, hell, he would have had a short camp, but why not Sean Porter? You know, and I know, but listen, of all the things I've said about how Amir Khan didn't deserve Floyd Mayweather over Kell Brook or whoever, in this situation, if it's Andre Berto, then why not Amir Khan? There's so many different questions I have, but at the same time, we as fans, we built Floyd Mayweather to, whether he wants to believe it or not, we have supported him and built him to the level of pretty much he can just do whatever he wants to us and fight whoever he wants. You know, just like quoting Keith Thurman, Floyd Mayweather is somewhere in some private chamber. Nobody can touch him being fed strawberries and grapes, according to the WBA situation. As far as I learned from talking to Keith Thurman this past weekend, that Keith Thurman can't go to the WBA and be like, listen, I'm the guy under Floyd. I'm the WBA world champion. I want to fight the guy above me, you know, who's supposed to be my mandatory. But with the WBA, it's weird unless you're Carl Fratch and you knock out George Groves in front of 80,000 at Wembley. The WBA Super World Champions are not obligated to fight the WBA World Champions. In fact, the WBA Super Champions, according to Keith Thurman, are not even, I mean, they have no mandatories. So the whole thing is just like, you know, like from what I know about the situation, I just keep thinking to myself, I was ready and prepared to be like, okay, all right, well, Floyd Mayweather versus Andre Berto on free TV. I can understand this as far as business-wise, and it's going to be a good fight. You know, and a guy like Andre Berto, who's been training like a madman, he's not a bad fighter. And if you look at the type of fighters that he's lost to, Soto Karass, Victor Ortiz, Robert Guerrero, what happened? He was in a situation where he wasn't a boxer. He was brought out of his element, and he was pretty much beat up as far as fighting pressure fighter power punches. To as in, you know, trading boxing skills with Floyd Mayweather, it's either going to be a boring fight or somewhat of an interesting fight. Andre Berto, I'm not counting him out saying he has zero chance. I'm not saying he's going to win. But what I am saying is this, I just don't get it. But when you're at the top of the food chain like Floyd Mayweather, you can call the shots, make demands. You can say, listen, I'm not fighting on no free TV. I'm Floyd Mayweather. I've been fighting on pay-per-view since, when did he have his first pay-per-view fight? I done forgot. See? To get some rest. I know he fought Oscar De La Hoya in 2007, but was it Sam Judah? Anyway, whatever the case may be, I am T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. September the 12th, 2015, Floyd Mayweather versus Andre Berto is officially announced. We've been hearing the name Berto for weeks, and there's so many questions now. And of course, when this time comes, I'm going to start pumping out a whole bunch of videos because we got to start getting to the bottom of this. I mean, like I said, there's so many other names that there could have. If it's going to be on pay-per-view, there's so many other names that it could. T Street Controversy, T Street Controversy Live on Twitter, T Street Controversy on Instagram, T Street Controversy at RealCombatMedia.com. I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.